Hey, good morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Welcome to the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Lush Lawn. Hey, any chance I can get, I will don the Hawaiian shirt, but it's only for one day, and then the winter storm watch goes into effect Thursday morning. We'll get to that here in a sec, but first, the springish thought here. High temperatures in the 40s to near 50 degrees today, and that means we will have some melting. We also have a wind advisory for southwest wind gusts to 45 miles an hour from Saginaw Bay south and east. So Saginaw Bay is going to be very dangerous today on a southwest wind, marginal ice at the edges. You could certainly wind up out in the middle of Lake Huron. So stay off of Saginaw Bay for today. All right, now let's get into the winter storm. And hey, I'm just curious. What do you call a snowstorm? See down here? What's a snowstorm to you? I'm always called out for a headline. Here comes a snowstorm toward Michigan, and it's 5, 6, 7 inches. You say that's not a snowstorm. A snowstorm is a foot or 18, or a snowstorm is 19. I'm just wondering what's the inches of snow, the lowest level that you would call a snowstorm? It'd be interesting to find out. So weigh in on the comments if you can, please. Hey, good morning, Karen Kaminsky from Naples, Florida. Sunny Naples, Florida. Sunshine is what we all miss here in Michigan. Even if you love the snow, I know a lot of people like the sunshine. Okay, so the winter storm watch in effect from Kalamazoo, Benton Harbor, St. Joe through Battle Creek to most of Lansing, down through Coldwater, Jackson, all of Ann Arbor, all of the Detroit area under the winter storm watch, all of Oakland County, all of Genesee County, and then into Sanilac County in the thumb. And that winter storm watch will go into effect for 10 a.m. tomorrow. That shows you when it's going to start to turn kind of nasty. I thought I'd show you this just for fun. Guts of meteorology. Let me rotate this a little bit for you. And what you're looking at is the upper airflow. And you see that storm system down in California, and then there's another storm system to the northwest. And that's the kicker storm that'll kick that out and come at us. All right, let's get into the snow forecast across our area. Okay, we're going to look at a couple of models here. Let's see what people are saying. 8 inches plus snowstorm, 4 inches just a dusting. Aranac County, you don't get much. We'll hit a lightning round of how much snow here coming up in just a minute. So 8 inches or more is snowstorm, 6 inches or more, says Nancy. Snowstorm minimum 5 inches. Okay, and this is what I'm looking for. What is your minimum number of inches for a snowstorm? Okay, so here's today. The rain will develop this evening and will stay rain overnight. This is tomorrow morning off of the European. This is 7 a.m. So you see the little band of freezing rain in there as the colder air undercuts still the warm air aloft. A thin strip of freezing rain and then snow. And as we go into the afternoon, the freezing rain shifts southeast into the Detroit area. Maybe a lull, and then the second wave of precipitation Thursday evening. And this is where you'd have the moderate to heavy snow in Ann Arbor and Detroit. By the way, where this is going, I think, versus the forecast you're seeing right now, I think it's displaced a little bit. Everything is showing that the heavy band, again, shifts southeast, and it looks like Ann Arbor, Detroit, Coldwater, Oakland County, St. Clair County get the heaviest. And I'll let you off. It's about a 6 to 9 inch snow. 9 is probably not going to be common. 6 and 7 is probably going to be very common. Okay, so this will continue with the European here. We're into the middle of Thursday night and then off to the east by Friday morning. Now, let's look at the U.S. model called the GFS. And it shows very similar thing. And all of them, by the way, consolidated to very close to what the European has been showing over the last 48 hours. So yes, European is still the best one. So this is overnight tonight. This is sunrise tomorrow. The rain, snow, freezing line freezing rain line sneaking out of Genesee County into Oakland County, through the Lansing area, through the Kalamazoo area. And this also shows the lull in the afternoon. You'll say, oh, okay, it didn't happen. They were all wrong. And then here comes the second wave Thursday late afternoon. And this is Thursday evening. This is 7 o'clock. So that's when I say Coldwater and Jackson and Ann Arbor and Detroit will be in the thick of it. And then we're into Thursday night, and we're at 1 a.m. Friday morning. That's when the winter storm watch comes to an end. Tricia Hansen, Traverse City, not much. An inch or so on lake effect after it comes through. And then by Friday morning, it's all done. Okay, so let's look at some snowfall totals here. Various models that I like on this. They all show the same thing. This is what you'll notice is the heavy band of snow, the heaviest snow band, is all in the same spot. Let's call it the southeast quarter of Lower Michigan. That includes Detroit and Ann Arbor. And then it tapers pretty quickly to Grand Rapids and Saginaw. And then north of Grand Rapids and Saginaw, little, if any, impact from the storm system. So this is the one that I tend to like the most for pinpointing the heaviest spots and how heavy the heaviest spots will be. We'll get into a lightning round here in just a moment. So hold off your questions. Just let me know how many inches is a snowstorm in your area. Okay. So this would show, boy, I guess it's hard to read. The purple is 6 inches up to 9 inches. Now it's showing 10 and 11 inches. I don't think that will happen because of the mixture, because of the freezing rain and an hour of sleet in there. Okay. This model assumes a 10 inches of snow to 1 inch of liquid ratio, and that's why it can be a little bit heavy when it's a wetter snow initially. So take that positioning, cut off the 10 or 11, make that a 9, and you're looking at a 6 to 9 in the purple areas. Then you're looking at a 3 to 5 in a strip from Kalamazoo through Flint to the Thumb, and you're looking at 1 to 3 Saginaw and Grand Rapids. That's off the NAM. Let's look at the European, and it doesn't do as well in pinpointing the heaviest amounts, but it again shows the very same thing. It's an inch or two lighter. It's a 5 to 8 inch snow across Detroit and Ann Arbor and Monroe and maybe Jackson. It's still a 1 to 2 inch snow at Grand Rapids, Saginaw, Bay City, and in between there it's tapering from 5 down to 3. So hopefully this will give you a good feel for it. Will this be an overachiever? I doubt it. The overachieving storms tend to be colder storms and get bigger flakes. So usually when you have a mixture to start and a period of sleet, it's usually an underachiever on the amount of snow inches. That is, if you have a range of 6 to 9, it's usually in the 6. And if you're in the 3 to 5, it's usually in the 3, because that mix really squashes things down. But it means that it's still a lot of weight to shovel. All right, what do I have next here for you? Okay, next I have for you is ice accumulation off of the European model. And right there, that is 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. Thursday morning. And it's predicting a half inch of ice in Lapeer County into Sanilac County. So I would watch out for a sneaky little, I don't want to call it ice storm, but a more substantial ice accumulation. Lapeer into Sanilac. Then that shifts southward through St. Clair County, Macomb County, into the Detroit area between 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. tomorrow, Thursday. Lighter amounts, 1/10 or 2/10 of an inch. So just be on the careful side with that. All right, let's use the NAM for snowfall totals and give it to me. I'll try to give you some snow amounts. So rifle off where you want to know about. Chad Great job. We can be wrong 80% of the time. I hate to tell you, we're right about 95% of the time. And guess what, Chad? You couldn't do it because you got to work on your birthday and on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and the weekends too. It never stops. Okay, so, well, hey, good morning, Corey Shelton. 8th grade students are watching your forecast from Michigan Center. Hey, Michigan Center 8th grade students. Weather. You know, I'll be honest, I don't know if it makes a great occupation going forward because of automation and all the computer models. Someday we figure humans won't be needed. We'll still be needed, hopefully, through my retirement date in about 5 years. But it's a great applied science of chemistry, physics, fluid dynamics, all that stuff. In Ann Arbor, won't the first 1 to 2 inches melt due to a warmer ground? I don't think the ground, if you still have snow on the ground, it's going to be still 32 degrees pretty quickly. So, yeah, there will be some melting, there will be some compaction, but Ann Arbor, you'll get it. All right, Lynn Cattle, what is Ypsilanti going to get? Let's go back to the maps. Ypsilanti, I'd say you are in the winter storm watch. I would say you are probably, I would say you're 5 to 8. Livonia, 5 to 8. I would focus more on the 5 and 6 than the 8, but 8's possible. Ron Lucas, Grayling, you're out of it. You probably won't even get an inch. Fenton, Michigan, Rachel Bancroft, you're probably looking at 3 to 5 inches. Good chance of 4 or 5. So Joe Stockwell is asking, will the 6 to 9 forecast is with the melting, and that's what makes it tougher. That's what makes it with the forecast. Livonia again 5 to 8. Coldwater, you're 6 to 9. Pietro Frizella, any thunder snow? Probably not. Marysville, Tim Welch. You got to tell me where that is. I'm not sure. Gary Buck, Jackson, you're right in the thick of it. I would call it 6 to 9. Probably not the 9, but 6 or 7. Berrien County, you're probably at 5 to 7. Saginaw and Bay City, yeah, you do get the info. You're just not in the snowstorm right now. Saginaw and Bay City, you're probably 1 to 3 inches. Rockford, you're probably 1 to 3 inches also. Canadian Lakes. I've heard of that. I don't know where it's at. Royal Oak, you're 5 to 8 inches. 1/10 of an inch of ice. How old is Southfield tomorrow? That's a nasty drive, especially in the afternoon. If you can do it early, 6, 7 in the morning, you might be okay. Eddie Sanders, Flint, I would call it 3 to 5 inches. 3 north, 5 south across Genesee County. And that's probably on the top end. Muskegon, North Muskegon, Lynn Strait, you're maybe an inch, maybe 2 inches at most. Flint, Lori Brockles, so talked about that, 3 to 5 inches. Marysville's in the thumb on the way to Port Huron. Okay, so you're going to be in it. You're going to be in the 5 to 8. Berry County, you're in the 5 to 8, probably too. Milan, I hope I got that right. I think my boss lives there, so I can't get it wrong all the time. 5 to 8 inches. Monroe, you're in the 6 to 9. Flint, you're in 3 to 5. Chicago and South Bend, how much snow expected? Not much in Chicago. South Bend, you might be in the 5 to 8 inches. Travel conditions, UP from Lansing area on Friday morning should be okay as mid-February goes. No significant snowfall. Big southern shift from yesterday's newsfeed? No, Jeremy, I wouldn't call it a big southern shift. I would call it one county, like I talked about. We're going to see a little refinement probably, and it's one county, 25 miles, 3 to 4 days out. I don't call it big. Frankenmuth, 2 to 4 inches. Otisville, 3 to 5. Walnut Lake, you're 5 to 8. Grand Ledge, 3 to 5. Yes, northern Lapeer County, I would say watch for freezing rain. Jackie Oswald, Saginaw, 1 to 3. Yes, probably not the 3. Ray King, how much on South Padre Island? A foot of sand. Monica Hadley, Vassar, 2 to 4. Kalamazoo, Calhoun County line, you're in the 4 to 7. Grand Rapids, first question there, 1 to 3 inches. And so it's not a snowstorm for you. How much rainfall, Eric Young? That is a good question. About a half inch probably before it changes over. County Castle, Millington, you're probably 2 to 4 inches, and I'd probably target the 3 or 4. Owasso, you're probably 3 to 5. Oxford, Michigan, does anybody need to watch out for freezing rain? I think there will be very minimal impactful freezing rain. Probably Sanilac, Lapeer County possible, and then maybe northeast side of the Detroit area. And we're talking a 1/4 inch. So we're not talking really ice storm type status, but just that it would make the roads worse. It's sometimes, and if you get that freezing rain underneath the snow, it can be pretty nasty. So there is the scoop on this. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. We've been hearing about what you think a snowstorm amount is. I saw a lot of 5 inch, 6 inches. And I guess, that's what I've used. If there's going to be a 6 inch, fairly large area, then I'll put snowstorm in the headline. It doesn't mean that you're going to get it, because as you just seen here, the strip is usually 50 or 100 miles wide or so. But we'll keep you updated on any changes. I don't anticipate a whole lot now because everything is quite consistent. So we're going to talk fine-tuning by 10 miles and fine-tuning by 1 or 2 inches, which some people will claim that that's a crazy change and everything was wrong. But it's not. I got to remind you, our job is timing of it. When will it start? So you know if you can travel before it. When will it be going and ongoing, and what will it be like in there? Will it be moderate or heavy snow? When will it end? And we need to get close to the snowfall amounts. The other thing I always have a hard time predicting is most everybody wants to know, what will the roads be like 6 hours after the storm? Well, unless we get a real warming trend, it's hard for me to say, but I usually just give you the standard line that Friday morning is going to be, probably snow, at least some sort of layer of snow on the roads, because it will be colder after the snowstorm. So we'll keep you updated here on MLive. Please share this anytime you can. We'd appreciate that greatly. And make sure you join the Michigan Weather Facebook group. We administer that at MLive, and we have some great reports on there. So it's a great way to stay updated if you get a lot of Facebook updates or notifications. And if it's something marginal that I don't have time for a full-blown post on MLive, I'll put it on the Michigan Weather Facebook group real quickly. Take care. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update, brought to you by Lush Lawn.